Voices in my head, they counsel me, they understand, they talk to me. You got you.
Okay, it's the Viper 4567 here with another random, the Attitude Era, episode 29. This is Wrestlemania 15. This was in the First Union Center in Philadelphia, Pennsylvania, and the attendance was just over 20,279 rabid WWF fans. Okay, this pay-per-view was absolutely fucking piss fucking poor. It just shows how bad like pay-per-views were between WWE and WCW in 1999. WCW wasn't that great themselves. WWF were terrible. There was one or two pay-per-views that were okay. I think SummerSlam 99 was actually pretty decent. But as a whole, like 1999 will be remembered for a lot of things in wrestling, but not in terms of pay-per-view. Like there were some good pay-per-view matches, but like as a whole the shows were shit. But this is not an exception. So I'm going to go through some in kind of key parts towards between after St. Valentine's Day Massacre and to where we are now at WrestleMania. So I'll do this every time I go to a WrestleMania in the Attitude Era, because I said focus sure like it's a big show. So probably the first real one was obviously Mankind losing the WWF title the next night on Raw. Mr. McMahon basically goaded Commissioner Michaels into putting Mankind against The Rock in a ladder match for the title. Grant, that was all signed, sealed, delivered, all that. So we have the match and all that. Pretty decent match, I must say. But Rock wins, obviously, thanks to the Big Show chokeslamming Mankind off the ladder. And The Rock then. And obviously, Austin was on commentary, which I'm surprised he didn't actually interfere. But also, that's how Rock won, basically. So then, obviously, when he won the match, obviously, the next week, I think Big Show was going to be named the special guest referee. But Mankind comes out and basically he wants to put his name in the hat. And obviously, over the next couple of weeks, Mankind wants to be refereeing a few matches, which he does. And that's obviously what leads to the match between Big Show and Mankind at WrestleMania. The winner gets to become the champion, the referee in the main event, basically. So yeah, so that's what happened between those two. And then obviously Venis losing the IC title to the Road Dogg on Raw. I know this is it's not massively important, but there was a few title changes in between. That was a couple of weeks before that. Shane McMahon also winning the European title. I think that was the night after as well, if I'm not mistaken. He won it in a unique type match, a tag team match, which involved obviously X-Pac, the champion that lost, Triple H and Kane. Billy Gunn won the hardcore title in between all this. The Undertaker sacrificed the big boss man, and in so basically Vince McMahon had him arrested. This is where the time when Undertaker was basically zoning in on Mr. McMahon. He wants to be the owner. He wants to take control of the WWF. Burning a teddy bear after an Inferno match with Kane and basically put Mr. McMahon on his knees. Undertaker also went to chokeslam McMahon through a table. Boss Man hit him in the knee with a nightstick and bet the shit out of him. So that's how these two were going to face each other inside a Hell in a Cell. He also burned one of his symbols outside the family home, obviously stalking Stephanie, apparently. He also basically asks Kane for help, but it turns out it wasn't Kane, it was Undertaker dressed up as him. He basically grabs him by the throat, the lights go out, McMahon, you hear McMahon screaming, the lights come up, he's gone. So, Taker's gone, obviously. Also, in between all this, Triple H and Kane started a feud. He wants to burn Triple H in the eye. He obviously missed him and hit China right in the eye. So obviously, this is where Kane kind of got compassion and all that. The following week, I think, or 2 weeks after that, then Triple H blasts Kane with a fire kind of thing. When he was dressed up as Goldust. What else do we have? Then literally the week before, then Austin pours both McMahon, Shane, Vince, Shane, The Rock with beer. Comes in, literally just destroys the logo on the Titantron, and basically comes in with the beer truck and just squirts them all with beer. So it was all good, all good. Like some good stuff coming up to this show, but it's a shame the pay per view it didn't live up to its name, basically. And then during Sunday Night Heat, There was a battle royal to determine who would be the number one contenders for the tag titles later on in the night. That the winners were D'Lo Brown and Test, which I don't get really because D'Lo Brown is not a part of the corporation. It was just a weird fucking vibe basically. So yeah. So there's all the key points onto now. So let's get on with the show, shall we? Because I've been moping on. I've been rambling on for the past nearly 5 minutes or so. So let's get on with it, shall we? We kick off the show with the WWF Hardcore Championship. Hardcore Holly defeating Al Snow and Billy Gunn in a crap triple threat match to regain the Hardcore title. As we said, Hardcore lost the title to Billy Gunn a couple of weeks previous to that on Raw. So yeah. So Hardcore with a clothesline that sends Billy inside out. Snow then whips Holly with a cable. Holly then with a suplex on the outside on Snow. Snow hits Holly with a hockey stick. That gets a big "Let's Go Flyers" chant. Gunn breaks the hockey stick over Holly, and then Snow breaks a broomstick over Billy Gunn's back. Snow does poetry in motion via a chair. Snow then uses head on both Gunn and Holly. Gunn then hits Holly with a chair and then arm jogs Snow through a table that was set up in the corner. Famous are on the chair on Snow, but Holly hits Gunn with a chair and then pins Al Snow for the win. So, shit match really, to be honest, I must say. To be honest, the crowd wasn't into it. I wasn't really into it quietly myself. I thought like it could have been a hell of a lot better, but sure, hey, look, what can you do? So I'm just going to give this match half a star because really wasn't really there. It could have been a hell of a lot better. So we shall move on, shall we, to the next match. It's for the WWF Tag Team titles. Jeff Jarrett and Owen Hart defeating D'Lo Brown and Test. As we've said in the about a minute or two ago, D'Lo Brown and Test won a big battle royal on Sunday night to become the number one contenders. They just don't see eye to eye. I just don't get why they could have had anyone else beside these two. I just don't get it, really, to be quite honest. But so yeah, so that's probably why they just put them in as the last. They had other teams in there that could have easily have gone with them, gone to face Jarrett and Hart. But sure, hey, what can you do? Big boo from Test on Hart, and then a big nugget chant from the crowd. Powerbomb from Test gets 2 on Hart, which was kind of nice. Nice Insigure from Hart on Test, and then it follows that up with a spinning heel kick. Double clothesline on D'Lo, then a double clothesline from D'Lo. Lowdown gets 2 as well for D'Lo. Missile dropkick gets the win basically. He went off the top rope, and then that gets the win. So it was an okay match. I wouldn't say it was that bad, but it was just ruined by a stupid finish. The ref got distracted by the PMS girls, Deborah and Ivory. And then after the match, then Test and D'Lo go out because of Ivory. So yeah. So I'll give it a star. It's the most you can really give it. It wasn't a great match, really, to be honest, guys. So yeah. Now, speaking of shite, the next match, Butterbean defeats Bart Gunn in a shite brawl for all boxing match. Basically, it was a glorified fucking boxing match. At the end of the fucking day, WWE don't need to be fucking putting on these type of matches. At the end of the day, the whole point of wrestling is to wrestle, not to fucking have fucking boxing. Fair enough, they've had Lions Den matches, but that still made wrestling. UFC is kind of similar to wrestling. You can use wrestling as one of your fighting styles. But hey, boxing is totally fucking different. Like, boxing is boxing. Yes, you do box in wrestling, but that's not the main point of it. At the end of the day, this match was shit. It went 30 fucking seconds. That should tell you. No disrespect, there's probably guys that didn't even make the show could have done a better job than these two fucking dopes. I never was a fan of Bart Gunn. Never would ever be a fan of Bart Gunn. I think he's an absolute fucking joke of a wrestler, and he can go fuck himself. I just don't like. Why did Mr. McMahon was actually Vince Russo actually still a part of the company this part of time? So I think this was his idea. It had to be his idea, because at the end of the fucking day, yes, they want to attract new fans. I can understand that and I appreciate that. But at the end of the day, they could have a fucking better. It could have had a better match than this. I don't know, or they could have put something else on. And he won with a nice, it was a nice knockout. I'll give fucking Butterbean that, but like, I don't know. But well, on a sad note to this was the last time Gorilla Monsoon was ever seen. Basically, was seen on WWF television, because he died, I think, just a couple of months after that. Not even that. So yeah, so that was kind of sad. Kind of, it was his last appearance. So. Then after the match, then some mascot comes out and basically starts taunting the referee, who was actually a former boxer, and your man just gives him an uppercut. So yeah, and then we see on Sunday night he that Big Show. Excuse me, hay fever's cramping up. Big Show and Mankind fight backstage. Big Show was waiting for Austin. Apparently, Mankind attacked him. And while they were kicking the shit out of each other, fucking Austin walks by over on the other side. Basically, looks over, has a big smile on his fucking face. So yeah, so this leads up to the next match. Mankind defeating Big Show with disqualification in a shite match. The winner of the match basically gets to be the special referee for the WWF title match. Big boot from the Big Show. Mankind rams the head of Show into the steps. Big chops then from Big Show and then a nice Russian leg sweep. Mankind goes for Sacco, but Show comes back with a headbutt. Ref then misses a low blow from Mankind. Show then hits Mankind with a chair right in front of the referee, which I just don't fucking get, because you'll see why in a minute. Show then brings in 2 chairs, puts them together, and basically chokeslams Mankind through the fucking chairs, and that's what gets the disqualification. Right. If you were going to go this fucking way, he hit Mankind with a fucking chair, and yet he didn't get, but yet he chokeslams him through 2 chairs and gets fucking disqualified. Great, fair enough, the chokeslam's a lot worse than what Big Show did the first time, but at the end of the fucking day, a chair shot is a fucking chair shot. I just don't, it was fucking stupid, and the fucking match was absolutely a fucking joke. At the end of the day, this match could have actually been a lot better. No disrespect, Mankind is fucking better than that, and so was the Big Show. Like, fair enough, Big Show was still quite new to WWF at the time. Fair enough, this I think was only his 2nd month. I don't give a flying fuck. This could have been a hell of a lot better. Like, Jesus Christ, these two could have put on a 2-star match that would have been a hell of a lot better. Fucking hell, Jesus. Like, the squad of, like, we've had, what? Whoa. We've had, yeah. You do not have a disqualification on the biggest show ever. Like, I don't remember many disqualifications. Like, I think after this, I don't remember actually having a disqualification match, like, being disqualified. I just don't get, I think it's absolutely fucking stupid. Man comes down, he was about to chokeslam McMahon for basically taunting him, and then McMahon slaps him then, and then he knocks him out. So he's been brought backstage by the students, and basically calls the cops on the Big Show. Mankind leaves on a stretcher, and basically won't be able to referee, so McMahon comes later on in the night and says, I'll be the guest referee. Load of shit. Next match then, the 4 corners match for the Intercontinental title. Road Dogg defeats Goldust, Ken Shamrock and Venis. This match, again, this could have been so much better. I gave it a star and 1 quarter. If this went even 2 stars, or even 2 and 1 quarter, it would have been better. This match, like, to be fair, Goldust is not a bad fucking wrestler. Road Dogg, yeah, he's not the greatest, but still should be able to put on. Ken Shamrock could have done the same thing as well, and so could have Venis. Like, this match, like, some of these matches on paper could have been a hell of a lot better if you think about it. But that's the problem with the Attitude Era. Hurricane Rana from Shamrock and Goldust, clothesline from Shamrock on Road Dogg, then a dropkick from Road Dogg on Shamrock. Spinebuster gets 2 on Goldust, and then a Bulldog from Venis gets 2 on Goldust, and then a Fisherman Suplex gets 2 for Val. Shamrock then with a DDT, Road Dogg does a DDT then on Val. Ken and Val fight on the outside, up by the entranceway. Shamrock comes back, but obviously he's kept both of them are counted out. He comes on and gives both Shamrock and Goldust a belly-to-belly suplex. Basically loses it again. Ryan grabs Goldust's leg by mistake. She thought was the Road Dogg, and Road Dogg gets the win, obviously. So, yeah, again, another match that could have been so much more. But hey, sure, look, it's just the Attitude Era. Like, I don't think they gave a shit about the wrestling up to the point of between 98, 99 is when really WWE didn't give 2 fucks about it. I don't think they gave a fuck about wrestling really, because like, it wasn't really a pure wrestling match, really, to be fair. Well, there probably was around 98, 99, but it's when you got to 2000, 2001 when we saw some good, like no non-disqualification type matches. So, I don't know. Next match then, Kane defeats Triple H again by the fucking disqualification. Jesus, like, to have 1 is barely acceptable, but to have fucking 2, fucking hell, like I can understand the storyline, Triple H coming back, but couldn't China have cost Kane the match instead of fucking doing disqualification? Like, people might get on to me and say, look, well, look, like, at the end of the day, this is fucking piss poor. Could understand if Kane got costed the match and Triple H won the match, like, we'd say that's a different story, but what the fuck? Mascot comes out before the match, attacks Kane, it turns out to be fucking Pete Rose, he gets tombstoned. Triple H comes through the crowd, gives him a low blow. Triple H then backdrops Kane over the top, but he lands on his feet. Triple H then rams Kane into the steps. Kane rams Triple H's back into the ring post, and then a nice uppercut. Kane then with a plancha on Triple H, which was nice. Facebuster, and then a high knee from Triple H. China comes to ringside. Drop hold, toe hold on the steps from Triple H. Kane comes back with a choke slam. China comes in looking to hit Triple H with the chair, but she hits Kane in the back. That gets the DQ. Triple H and kind of Kane looks like he's going to go over and choke her, but he puts his head down, kind of, you know, like in a sad way. Triple H batters him with a chair and then a pedigree on the chair. So, grand, I give it a 1.5, but I don't know. This match could have been the match could have been so much better. I just don't get it. Like I just don't get it really. So, and speaking, Sable then defeats Tori. Shit match for the women's title. Shite, fucking shite. Like, oh, I tell you. Basically, Tori was basically obsessed with Sable. Simple as that. That's all we know. Tori counters the power bomb, Sable bomb. She goes to do one herself. This woman comes out. The referee's been, I think, bumped, I think. Comes out, called Nicole back. It's basically her bodyguard. Gorilla press slams her, and then a Sable bomb gets the win. Dud. That's all. I'm not giving it anything because it was absolutely pure and utter shit. Next then, McMahon defeats X-Pac for the European title. Good match now. I enjoyed it. 2.5 stars. It could have been so much better if there wasn't too many fucking interruptions. You had fucking Test, Triple H, China, the Mean Street Posse. Even Jarrett Briscoe and Pat Patterson got involved. This match could have been so much better. Fair enough, Triple H and China, that would have made a lot more sense. Grand, that was grand, but the rest of them can fuck off. Like, I know I'm probably going on a bit of a rant here, guys, but I'm sorry, but like, this pay-per-view really pissed me off. Like, for fuck's sake, your big show, like, fair enough, Royal Rumble, SummerSlam, Survivor Series, they don't have to be all that great. WrestleMania does. Like, if WCW had to stay in business, WCW would have beaten probably WWF, in my opinion. I'm still saying WCW just got greedy. That's the problem. They got cocky. They got arrogant. But hey, that's another video. Before the match, X-Pac is making his way to ring. This Pat and Jarrett come down and attack him, but that doesn't work. X-Pac gets rid of them. X-Pac goes for the Bronco Buster, but Test grabs Shane, so obviously he goes into the ropes. Nice roundhouse kick from X-Pac. Test hits X-Pac then with the European title. That gets 2. X-Pac gives Test the Bronco Buster and then an X-Factor on Shane. China and Triple H come out. They try and distract the ref. Triple H then with a pedigree, and that gets the win for Shane. And the New Age Outlaws come out and attack Triple H and try to come out and attack Triple H in China. Kane comes out, chases Triple H and China out of the building. So yeah, so the match was decent. It was a lot better than the other matches, but like too many interferences in my opinion. And basically this was the end of DX basically, wasn't it? So really, because obviously Billy Gunn turned heel. I think was it about 5 weeks after this, because he turned on X-Pac and Road Dogg. So yeah, decent match. Next match then, The Undertaker defeats Big Boss Man in a shite Hell in a Cell match. This match was fucking pathetic. I'm sorry, but The Undertaker to take like Hell in a Cell, like it should be a good match, even with Boss Man in it, but nah. Clothesline gets 2 for Taker. Swinging neck breaker gets 2 for Boss Man. Boss Man rams Taker into the cage. Boss Man then handcuffs Taker to the cage. He gives him one move and he breaks and Taker falls and breaks the fucking handcuffs. So it just shows how shite the fucking this match was. Taker gets the tombstone. Taker hits Boss Man with a chair. Taker's busted. He gets the tombstone for the win. The Brew come down then from fucking the rafters. They kind of open up a bit of the cage, pull down the rope, and then basically hang the Boss Man. Paul Heyman presses the controllers for the Hell in a Cell to go up. And yeah, so from when I watched the match, this was the WWE version, so I didn't get to see the hanging part, but I had this on video so years ago, so I remember everything. But yeah, so they hanged the Boss Man. Shite, man. And the fact that they hanged the Boss Man was absolutely fucking stupid, because at the end of the fucking day, you hang someone, he will fucking die. Granted, he doesn't die instantly. It depends. But like at the end of the fucking day, if you hang someone, like I'm sorry, but it just did not make any fucking sense. If you're gonna hang someone, obviously the implication meaning you want him to die. So I don't know. Shit match. I'm gonna give it a star because I'm nice. Main event then, Stone Cold defeats The Rock in a good match to win the WWF title. This wasn't as good as their second match at WrestleMania 19. I'm going to give it 3.5 stars. I give it 4 stars actually, because I actually did enjoy the match. McMahon was supposed to be the referee, but HBK brings out Mike Chioda. Instead, JR comes out to call this match instead of Michael Cole, which does make, like, I like JR, but like, what's the point of Michael Cole fucking calling the whole of the fucking show? At the time, JR actually was heel, because he was with Dr. Death, Steve Williams or something. But I just don't get the fact if you're going to leave Michael Cole be fucking whatever, basically. But I don't know. But Rock chokes Austin with his t-shirt. Austin and Rock fight into the crowd. Rock chokes Austin then with TV cables. They fight up by the entranceway. Austin with a clothesline. Rock backdrops Austin onto the steel support beam that holds up the lights. Rock then works on the leg. Austin stomps on the Rock's balls. Then Austin chokes Rock with a TV cable. Austin then rams Rock into the Wrestlemania sign. Then Rock spits water on Austin's face. Austin with an axe handle to the Rock through the Spanish announce table, I should say. Rock rams the leg of Austin into the ring post, and then a Rock bottom gets 2. Austin then goes to hit Rock, but hits the ref. Swinging neck breaker by the Rock. Rock hits Austin, that gets 2. Samoan drop also gets 2. Then the Rock bottom. Then the Rock basically, since he didn't get a 3 count, Rock bottom's the second fucking referee. Fucking hell, like. And then Austin goes to hit the Rock, but hits the where are we? Austin with the stunner, that gets 2 from the third referee. McMahon comes out. McMahon hits Earl Hebner. That's the third referee fucking gone. McMahon the wrong stomp on Austin. Here comes Mankind. Hits Vince. Another Rock bottom. And then the elbow misses. Austin and stunner gets the win. And then the face of McMahon was fucking beautiful. Good match. It was a good match. Better than anything on the show. I just didn't like the fact that fucking nearly four referees were used, if you include Mankind. That's Earl Hebner, Tim White, and then fucking Mike Chioda. I think it's fucking stupid. Like, 2 referees would have been grand. But other than that, the match was grand. Fucking 4-star match. Loved it. Really liked the match. Austin gives a beer to Earl Hebner after the match. And then McMahon basically wants his title back. And Austin then gives him a stunner. So yeah, so that ends the show. So overall, the show itself was absolutely fucking really, really piss poor. I'm going to give this a 2.25 out of 10. This is one of the lower ratings of a WrestleMania I'll ever give. But hey, what can you do? So yeah, this was a very long video I've done for a long time, to be quite honest. The next one will be Backlash in 2 weeks' time. Looking forward to it, and obviously I'll go through some important points as well, not as many as I've done at WrestleMania. So I hope you guys enjoyed the rest of your day, and I will talk to you guys soon. So take it easy, guys.